Hello.
Hi.
Why are we in the forest today?
Uh, that's a good question. That's a good question. Well, I spend a lot of time here. Uh, I live in my car and usually sleep just around down here the road. But the question is probably while we're filming, also on why you're here today. And that's because I would like to tell um, my story, or I would like to show people a different way of life, or a way to feel better. That's my mission.
And how are you planning to do that?
Well, I think that a lot of people, I think everyone has the power to do that. Actually, I think everyone has the power within them, and I want to help people wake up, wake up to that power within themselves. And I hope that one way of doing that to communicate, or to show people what I'm about, or give them ideas, or another way of living life, or different practices, different messages, and hopefully that will resonate with some people. And for those people, I hope it also makes a difference.
So you've created a brand called Sensational Life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't like to look at it as a brand. It sounds a bit commercialized. I think for me, I want to create a movement. Um, I wanna inspire people to take control and to empower people in their life. And I think don't for the start, I'll tell people, or I'll talk a lot about what worked for me, and I know that's not gonna work for everyone. So hopefully, as this channel will grow, then you listening and everyone in this community and this movement, and other people will bring in to help empower everyone in the end. That's the ultimate goal. Yeah.
What kind of led you to this journey of trying to empower people?
Well, it's a selfish one. I started not feeling good in this life, and for a long time I felt like I carried a lot of weight, and it took me uh, 30 years now to come to a place where I can fully say that, hey, I'm, I'm living at my best life. You know, my life truly is sensational. I feel so much love just for the world, and for society, and for this earth, and for the people around me, and I want to share that, and I want to help others get to the same place, but without having to spend 30 years on it. So if I could just help one person a little bit, then I've done a lot. And I think that's why I'm here today. I think that if I can turn my experience and my lived experience, my insights, and some of that into wisdom, turn all that knowledge into wisdom, and help others, then I also feel like it provides more meaning to the journey I've been on. And so that's also why that I'll do it, both to help others, but also to help make sense of my history.
If you were to say one thing to a person who's struggling right now and watching this video, what would you say to them?
Well, I think if it was a person right in front of me, I wouldn't say anything. I would just listen, and try and let them voice their opinion, figure out why they're struggling. But yeah, so if you're listening right now, then I would encourage you to write a comment or send me an email. I promise I'll get back to every single one. But if that's too much, and then if I could just tell you one thing, that is that wherever you are perfect. And what I mean by that is not that everything has worked out maybe the way you wanted to or what you think is right, but I want you to know that every single decision you have made up until this point, you did with all the knowledge and whatever you were given at that time. And at that time, it felt like it was the right thing or the best choice to make. So you have done your best, and the best that is the best anyone can do. So that's why you are perfect. Yeah, so that's one thing I would tell everyone. I try to tell myself that as well every day.
You also offer some healing practices locally. What is that about?
Yeah, well, first I'll tell you why. I felt, as I said, I had a clinic depression. I had a lot of trauma in my life, and I saw a psychologist. I was on antidepressants. I did a lot of things to try and feel better. And at one point, I became so desperate that I didn't care about anything else anymore. I just needed to feel better. So that kind of pushed me into something more alternative and holistic. And in the end, my brain, I remember I had a healing from a guy. He's called Samuel, and he was. I remember during the healing, my brain was like, "Oh, it sounds like he's having a psychosis. It sounds crazy what he's telling me," but I could just feel in my body that my soul, my spirit was kind of connecting with it. I didn't believe I had one at that time, but at one point he said, "Hey, the unicorn is sending its teardrop energy," and I was like, "What the fuck?" But the second he said teardrop, it felt like there came like a water droplet on my head, and then I got like shivers throughout my entire body, and I was like, "Whoa, this is like magic. There's something I can't explain with my head or with anything," and that kind of drove me in a big rabbit hole of what else magic is there to discover, and it was incredible. Yeah. So at the end, I went through all of it, and I came to a place where I felt okay. Now I feel good. Now I want to give back. I want to provide. I want to also I want a community who are open-minded and also are open to this experience. I wanted to learn more. So my sister told me that I should try to take an education, and if I took some kind of spiritual healing education, then I'll meet people who already in this world who can help facilitate my growth here. So that's what I did, and it's kind of by pure luck or by God's choice that I ended up doing the Reiki healing. I won a lottery to get the first course for free, and then the modules after that, my teacher believed that this is what I was put here to do. So for now, I'm a universal Reiki healer and a master Reiki healer. She'll put me through the whole education and for free, and so it's very very big of her. And now I just want to give that back to some, because I feel there's a big disconnect in the world right now. There's the spiritual practice and the energy practice, but there's a misalignment, I think, throughout our entire the history of mankind. We have been through shamanism and religion and morality, and all consciousness has always been a big aspect of human life, and I feel like we're now today losing touch with that. And so I want to communicate it, but I want to communicate in a way without any kind of hierarchy or power, but where it's accessible and free for everyone.
So do you offer Reiki healing today?
Yes. If you, I'll do both. I'll do both one-on-one sessions, both physically here in Aarhus, and also do them online, remote healing. And the way I do the healing is that with me it's a little bit different. We'll have first a talk where we set an intention, figure out where you are and where you want to go and what you want to get out of it. That's kind of frames the entire experience. And then we'll do a Reiki healing. And then after the healing session, you will be doing a guided meditation and I will be like in a trance when I'm doing the healing. But we can do it online. I can have a webcam on, or you can also do it physically in person. I have a massage bench in my car, so I drive out to clients right now doing it. And then at the end of it, we will also have an integration talk where we figure out what kind of insights, how can we incorporate them in your day-to-day and your future life, and what can you work on yourself, journal or a body scan or some kind of way for you to also continue your growth until you're ready to see me again. And also, right now, I would like to provide a donation-based free online group healing for everyone who wants to try it. I'll do it once a month, then, and you can pay whatever you want, 1 cent, 1 krone, and then at some point I will also publish them here. But for now, you have to sign up on my website, and that way I will reach out to you. Yeah.
Do you see this Reiki healing as sort of a alternative to traditional systems here in Denmark? I know that the waiting list to see a psychiatrist today is 3 years.
Mm.
Do you see this as an alternative?
I think that everyone in themselves has the power to heal. Like when you cut yourself, your body will close the wound, create a scrap, and everything on the healing in and of by itself. And I think a lot of the healing, it happens subconsciously, like your breathing or your heart pumping blood throughout and oxygen throughout your entire body. So I think as a practitioner, we want a way to tap into that and help people, the individuals themselves in front of you, to experience their own healing. And I think Reiki is one way to do that. But I also think if you go to a therapist and you find out that that's helping you a lot, then that could also work. I think or for some of my friends, I care a lot about meditation, but I know for them, just sitting down, they have too much going on. So for them, it's better practice to just go to a fitness center and punch on a body bag. I think a lot of it happens in the body, and we've got to figure out some way to speak to the body and get down in that subconscious layer. So I think it could be an alternative. I also think it could be a complementary session. I think all of it is tools. I think all of it is tools to help you heal, and I think it's your choice, or it's up to the individual themselves to feel what do they resonate with, what is helping me, because as much as people care about evidence, the only thing I really care about is the person right in front of me, and I think every statistic or every laboratory exercise, everything, they always have an outlier. Like no one is the same. So what I want is to help people, teach them how to get that consciousness and awareness inside their body and help them get in touch with their intuition so they can figure out what am I actually resonating with and what is helping me. Yeah, I think that's like the ultimate goal here, is to create a movement where we can do that for each other.
Is there anything else you would like to say that is on your mind?
Thank you. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's about it.
How can people contact you?
Well, I have this website. It has this channel, and there's a link to my website. And you can text me here. I have Instagram. I'm on all the platforms. And for now, you're lucky to get my full one-on-one attention. And I will answer any email personally myself. And then so you can be part of this grassroots movement to help better the world, actually. Because if you better yourself, then everyone around you will be inspired to better themselves. And through that change, we can change everything. Yeah.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you.